We are a few days away from spring. Winter is not done with us yet. Snow falling across the GTA and a good stretch of the province this morning. Special weather statements in effect for Toronto. However, warnings for places, especially down into Hamilton and Niagara. And as Frank had mentioned, looks like Niagara is going to get socked with about 27 centimeters. This is Hamilton-Niagara corridor this morning. Is this Kaylee's stuff? Yeah. This is Kaylee's stuff. She's one of our writers. Apparently says she snowed in, so she took these shots for us this morning. We'd rather her be safe than try and rush into work. As gusts pick up across the region, blowing snow could make tricky driving conditions. Here in Toronto, as Frank had mentioned, not nearly as much is expected. Now, across the region, here's how the storm is impacting us. More than 400 flights are canceled in and out of Pearson. Don't forget, huge problems down in New York, Washington. So that means a lot of flights were pre-canceled. McMaster and Mohawk College both closed today. School board offices with both Halton District and Halton Catholic are closed. March break activities have been canceled at school board buildings. Keeping a close watch on GO Transit, the number 16 Hamilton-Toronto route was suspended overnight because of the heavy snow down through there. So stay with us. We'll have the very latest for you in any other cancellations this morning on BT. As we mentioned, the Northeast U.S. also being hammered by a potentially historic late winter storm impacting some 50 million people. A state of emergency declared in New Jersey, New York, and Maryland. Up to 2 feet or 60 centimeters could fall. The Big Apple halting subway service from D.C. up the Mid-Atlantic. Thousands of flights have been canceled. Some mayors ordering schools to be closed. In Wisconsin, a massive pileup closed one highway under whiteout conditions. These windy conditions earlier this week, leaving home completely encased in ice over the weekend in Webster, New York, near Rochester. Same area, of course, being hit by that winter blast today. Coming up to 5:36, the U.S. Department of Justice asking for more time to find evidence supporting President Donald Trump's claim the Obama administration wiretapped Trump Tower during the election. The House Intelligence Committee had set a deadline of early yesterday evening for the agency to provide proof, but the DOJ now asking for an extension, saying it's still trying to find documents to back up Trump's allegations. Spokesman for the committee chair says they may subpoena government officials if the questions continue to go unanswered. He says they want the information by their meeting on March the 20th.
Great honor.
Meanwhile, the president continues to push forward with getting rid of Obamacare, introducing his own health care plan. Many are calling it Trump Care. Trump says he wants to open up more health care coverage to the private sector. The president on Twitter, where else, saying Obamacare is imploding. It is a disaster, and 2017 will be the worst year yet by far. Republicans will come together and save the day, end quote. Meantime, here at home, tough talk at City Hall. John Tory sitting down with the provincial finance minister, looking to secure more money for the city. Cynthia Mulligan tells us the relationship between the mayor and Queen's Park isn't what it used to be, though.
There he is. Minister, what are you hoping to accomplish today?
I look forward to our meeting today.
It's a pre-budget visit, part of the political dance between the finance minister and Toronto's mayor. Once seated, our cameraman noted the awkward distance between them, which seems symbolic.
You guys seem very far apart on the issues.
No. These chairs, if you are in here, these chairs are always in the same place.
That may be so, but there is no denying the lingering chill in the air ever since Premier Kathleen Wynne scuttled John Tory's plans for road tolls. And he admits he's still miffed.
It hasn't been business as usual.
Then the mayor took it a step further with a not-so-subtle message to Premier Wynne, who, don't forget, is lagging far behind in the polls.
I'm going to do what I have to do in advance of an election that is forthcoming in Ontario, and that is to sit down with the leaders of all of the provincial political parties and canvass them for their ideas and their commitments to the future well-being of the City of Toronto.
The finance minister didn't give any hints on what's in the budget for Toronto, but the mayor is hoping for cash for transit, housing, the Dawnlands and the Portlands.
There's no word yet on when the provincial budget will be unveiled. It's usually right after the federal budget, which is going to be released March 22nd. Cynthia Mulligan, City News.
5:38, Ed Whitlock has passed away. A decorated marathon runner, smashed records well into his golden years. Originally from England, Whitlock moved to Canada after college, lived in Milton, Later years spent countless hours training at a cemetery just steps from his home. He became the first and only person older than 70 to break 3 hours in a marathon back in 2003. He set multiple records after that, including most recently at last year's Scotiabank Toronto Waterfront Marathon. The hashtag Remembering Ed popping up on Twitter, where friends, family, and admirers have been sharing their memories of the running icon.